Okay, let's see how this works. So here's my drawn graph. This is Oakland County. This is the screenshot given by Dr. Shiva here. You can see, look how the data on the right, it says if that precinct had 2,000 voters, he's making the assumption, right, that there were equal straight party voters and individual voters. Okay, and he goes through the various math. If you make that assumption, it is logical to say that the straight party voters are representative of the individual voters as a block, right? Now, if you can notice that this section here is the percent of Republican straight party votes, but not a percent of the total straight party votes, Republican or Dem. So my theory is that as this line here goes down, what we're seeing actually is a smaller and smaller representative sample of general voters in this area. Whereas over here, 20%, that could be a little more representative, which is why Trump is outperforming. Now, these are the totals in Oakland County that Trump got in 2016 and 2020. In 2016, he got 43%. In 2020, he got 42%. As per like the data, feel free to fact check me here. Now, this is representative of the whole county of the partisan lean of these voters. This metric, how many of the straight ticket votes did Republicans get, is not representative, because you could have, for instance, a precinct here that only has 20 straight ticket voters out of 100, right? And Republicans could have gotten, 15 of those voters. 15 are 5 Dem. But that still leaves 80 voters of the total county, precinct, that can be split however they want. If they're split 50-50, sorry, I'm trying to draw and record with one hand. If they're split 50-50, so 40 and 40, that means that Trump got 50% of individual voters, right? But he got 75% of straight ticket voters, which means that's a net of minus 25, right? That is about where this is, right? This is just a quick thrown together thing. So what I'm saying is that I think this assumption here, without the underlying data of how many straight ticket voters happened as a percentage of the total vote, which is 100. This is total here. So how many straight ticket voters happened as a percentage of the total vote? And my theory is that here in this area where it's relatively stable, the straight ticket vote was pretty even. This was probably about 50-50%. And as this line goes down, it started getting less and less. So this is only 40% straight ticket. This might be, 30% here, straight ticket. This might be 20% straight ticket. The thing is, we don't know. We don't know what the data is because we weren't given it. And I think that's why it's basically a worthless analysis here, because as this percent of straight ticket gets smaller and smaller, you're basically prone to have these wider swings. And I think in a county that leans leans Democrat, leans Biden, leans Clinton, the less straight ticket you have, particularly when that straight ticket is primarily voting Republican to begin with, the less indicative it is of how many votes Trump should expect out of that precinct. I hope that makes sense.